So my friends, cheers and salute to all the free humans. Even the ones who don't think they're fully free, but have a slight urge inside that they want to become one. They want to one day truly be able to say everything. To say the truth no matter what consequences it will carry. So I salute to all the free humans, like Julian Assange's, like Trump's, like Snowden's, like .coms, and many others. So did you know how to call when you take a small fraction of the tissue or a sperm or an egg from the father or a mother and make a thing inside a petri dish that it grows? What is the scientific name for this creature? I call it synthetic clones, because they're not alive in the sense of prime creator who gave us a source energy within, based on binding together sperm and an egg. These creatures were bind or created inside the clone factory. So this intro is very close with the title of today, which goes like this: Bitcoin Cash Deceit, a failed attempt by hybrid child to take over divine father Bitcoin, or divine father Satoshi. Same thing. They played such a nasty, dirty game in their coding and in their, let's say, programming of the offshoot that's supposed to be like so tightly linked with a Bitcoin, like a true intrinsic Bitcoin, and it will actually make it all much better. We have a block much higher, it will be much less expensive, much higher speed. None of this is true. So these hybrids work for, now it's October, and they started August the 1st. So not even 3 months in so-called creation of this hybrid clone of the Bitcoin, started boosted up like to $680 per each Bitcoin Cash. You just have to own the Bitcoin, and then suddenly you'll have created from pretty much nothing a Bitcoin Cash, which was overrated, priced like to the extreme. $680. Okay, 3 months later, we have a case that Bitcoin in itself grew to $5,600, and Bitcoin Cash actually dived down to, now it's $306. So let's apply it to the kind of natural growth of certain organic things or organic events or organic beings, like humans are, like Bitcoin is. I'm talking about the organic tissue. We are here and we grow slowly from the inception to the size of half a meter, 4, 5, 6 kilos weight of, well, little baby. Takes 9 months. And even when it's born, already created 9 months ago, it still has to grow for another 15, 20 years to its full, let's say, physical, emotional, and mental figure or form that we as a humans taking and we call ourselves adults or full-grown human. So how come hybrids, like they are cloning people or they are cloning humans inside these factories, and they grow in less than 18 months to the full size? So is this creature in any way close to become human one day? To my understanding, it will not, because their longevity is absolutely shrunk to the minimum. It's just there to do a certain whatever task, blow some things or whatever, perform some sexual task, and anything very, very stupid and very, very, devious. And after that, this clone is discarded. So I'm applying the same story into a Bitcoin Cash, where Bitcoin Cash became hybridized synthetic adult in a matter of, I don't know, like 15 days. It was full blown with a market cap value of $16 million, which is like unheard of. Like, how you can grow a cryptocurrency starting from $680 plus. I mean, something is really fishy and very, very stinky in this story of creation of the Bitcoin Cash. So all this triggered me today because I received some of the funniest Twitter memes that saying Bitcoin Cash is the same as the Bitcoin, and then they gave like a nice little quote from Satoshi Nakamoto, the originator of the Bitcoin, which is ludicrous, because this Bitcoin Cash broke every single rule that Satoshi put in the book, that the amount of the Bitcoins ever created will never change, that the block size will never change. Doesn't matter, the cost will be reflected based on the transactions at the present time. So if Bitcoin is worth $100 million, 1.2% is absolutely nothing. It looks a lot in the millions of dollars, yet it cannot be justified to create some kind of offshoot clone that will actually allow all the fake dollars from Federal Reserve and all the other central banks to channel in and trying to buy as many Bitcoins at the lower price that it's right now. Because now Bitcoin is the lowest as you can ever see, even if it's $5,600. My prophetic estimate is that it'll be pretty much doubled every 15 days. 15 to 30 days. So probably end of the month, end of the year 2017 will be about maybe between 10 to 15,000 in $1,000 in the value. Yet we'll observe a Bitcoin Cash. It will pretty much shrink to nothing because people start realizing they don't want to buy a clone anymore, or even they don't want to put their money inside and pretend they're supporting non-organic entity. Why it's important that Bitcoin, real Bitcoin, originated by Satoshi, is so organic? Because it cannot be changed. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be corrupted. Yet Bitcoin Cash, another one they're using like a synonym, BCC, BCH, like Bitcoin Connect, they're all kind of went inside and already having a full value of the so-called cloned entity. So what's the point of this story? That this is a total BS, what you're hearing on these so-called, some of these are even called Bitcoin.com, is the most and loudest propagator of Bitcoin Cash. Yet they did not put Bitcoin Cash on the top of the domain name, but they put Bitcoin.com. Of course, they don't respond to my request to be very true to their clients and the customers and whoever they want to deceive at the time. Of course, they will be eventually deleted. Like delete button. Okay? So, what I suggest, pretty much absolutely just watch them and laugh in the face if you're not utilizing Bitcoin Cash. Because by not supporting it, you're actually drowning this clone into nothingness. Same as other systems that we think we cannot live without. Financial fake fiat dollar system from Federal Reserve, the system of the debt. We have to find enough strength to drown it, stop using it, and turn our attention towards cryptocurrencies, real ones. I'm not saying like 100% of the tokens and coins are real or they're good. You have to find enough strength in you to look and to discern what is real, what has real value. One of the, to my feelings, it's GRANTCOIN. There has been just maybe less than 12 months in the public, and massive pretty much attack happens on its integrity, because there was given the distribution of the coins for unconditional basic income to whoever applies to this. It's a global UBI, was given to the third party, in this case called ATEMPT, which we will find out soon why this kind of relationship broke up in pieces, that the GRANTCOIN decided to revamp completely, make a completely new blockchain. So it has been, or it tried to be, fully taken over by third-party influencers. So these brave people in the GRANTCOIN Foundation realized, and they start changing their attitude immediately. They didn't wait 10 years down the road. They just pretty much scrap all the code. The coins that has been awarded, they will award them as well, yet they will fully take a responsibility for the ownership of their own blockchain. So, now go back to Bitcoin Cash. As any clone has a very short longevity. Why is that? Because it doesn't have a source energy within. Why human clones, animal clones, are very short-term lived? Why meat, when you eat a cloned pig or cloned cow, is ridiculously like plastic, not tasty? Like almost you eating a cardboard, putting a lot of chili sauce so you don't actually feel what you eat. So same thing for the Bitcoin Cash. They try to spice it up with free givings, free gifts, and so on, but it will not work, because you cannot grow in a matter of 15 days to the full grown human. Bitcoin is now at the stage they will just going into a teenage years. The Bitcoin I'm talking, BTC, the creation of Satoshi Nakamoto. Only when it's mature fully, when it's all 21 million coins has been mined, created down the road, next 5, 6, 7 years, only then you can, I would say, this is a full-grown organic being that has its consciousness now. It hasn't been manipulated, well, tried, but it make to actually deflect all these manipulations, because the basis, the foundations of the Bitcoin were so strong that nothing could thwart it off, nothing. So check What are the basis of fiat currencies? Who creates them? Is it gold? Is it just numbers on some kind of invisible ledgers? Why nobody is allowed to see the black ledgers? They are in the banks. They are in the governments. Every single freaking government has kind of official ledger and the black ledger that goes and actually disclose how they are creating all this, let's say, currencies from where and how they were creating the debt society and the debt, almost like a way of living, that this debt towards the federal banks will lead you to the early debt. Not much to say about this. We'll forget about this in a matter of year. Maximum a year, the Bitcoin Cash will be just another kind of very low priced item on the crypto markets. Yet who's going to talk about it? I think this is my first and, let's say, the third and the last time that I'm talking about this, because I was just excited to share what I learned today. They are so stupidly adamant. They are pushing their agenda of the cloning and synthetic entities all around, even in the cyberspace. So get your really, heads in a row and put your discernment hat and carry it all the time. Don't let go of your guard, no matter how sweet deals are. Because Bitcoin, originated by Satoshi, doesn't need any deals, doesn't need your trust, doesn't need trust of the government. It will be just there. It will be created no matter what. So who's in control of the Bitcoin? All of us. And who's in control of BTC Cash? The ones who at the present time have the most amounts of the fake fiat dollar, that they can influence somehow the pricing or manipulate the markets and so on. Check how many Bitcoin Cashes are sold and resold. People are selling it like nuts. And who's actually losing all this money? Again, Soros's and Rockefellers and the other dark team from the old fiat currency times. They're so old, they're so ancient, that soon will be actually out of the question even what dollar, how much it is. Doesn't matter. We know how much is a Bitcoin, so we'll use it. So why they did not crash financial system? I'm asking you. The dark ones were threatening, we'll run on the banks, we'll crash the financial system, we will implode the economy of United States, it'll go in the recession, and none of this happened. So why? Not only because of Trump, but because Bitcoin exists. So Bitcoin fucked them up so badly that they're not even daring to move a single muscle towards a negative approach about their fake dollar. Because imagine, the fake dollar just closed, let's say, or they decide we'll crush the dollar. What would happen? It will be like a tsunami of people and ideas and actions towards a Bitcoin and blockchain and all the other cryptocurrencies. And suddenly this market will be like $700 trillion instead of 160 billion at the present time. This is why they don't want you to even notice that they don't want to touch financial market. It will be staying there until smooth transition happens from fake fiat dollars into a real organic cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin is the one. Believe it or not, I care less. Same as Satoshi.